Basic interview questions. 1. What is Splunk? Splunk is Google for our machine-generated data. It's a software/engine that can be used for searching, visualizing, monitoring, reporting, etc. of our enterprise data. Splunk takes valuable machine data and turns it into powerful operational intelligence by providing real-time insights into our data through charts, alerts, reports, etc. 2. What are the common port numbers used by Splunk? Below are the common port numbers used by Splunk. However, we can change them if required. Service port number used. Splunk Web Port 8000. Splunk Management Port 8089. Splunk Indexing Port 9997. Splunk Index Replication Port 8080. Splunk Network Port 514, used to get data from the network port, i.e., UDP data. KV Store 8191. 3. What are the components of Splunk? Explain Splunk architecture. This is one of the most frequently asked Splunk interview questions. Below are the components of Splunk. Searchhead provides the GUI for searching. Indexer indexes the machine data. Forwarder forwards logs to the indexer. Deployment server manages Splunk components in a distributed environment. 4. Which is the latest Splunk version in use? Splunk 8.2.1 as of June 21, 2021. 5. What is a Splunk indexer? What are the stages of Splunk indexing? A Splunk indexer is the Splunk enterprise component that creates and manages indexes. The primary functions of an indexer are mentioned below. Indexing incoming data. Searching the index data. Picture. 6. What is a Splunk forwarder? What are the types of Splunk forwarders? There are 2 types of Splunk forwarders, which are mentioned below. Universal Forwarder, UF. The Splunk agent installed on a non-Splunk system to gather data locally. It can't parse or index data. Heavyweight Forwarder, HWF. A full instance of Splunk with advanced functionalities. It generally works as a remote collector, intermediate forwarder, and possible data filter, and since it parses data, it is not recommended for production systems. Enroll in our Splunk course in London to get a clear understanding of Splunk. 7. Can you name a few most important configuration files in Splunk? Props.onf, indexes.onf, inputs.onf, transforms.onf, server.onf. 8. What are the types of Splunk licenses? Enterprise license, free license, forwarder license, beta license, licenses for search heads, for distributed search, licenses for cluster members, for index replication. 9. What is the Splunk app? The Splunk app is a container or directory of configurations, searches, dashboards, etc. in Splunk. 10. Where is the Splunk default configuration stored? $Splunk home /etc/system/default. 11. What are the features not available in Splunk Free? Splunk Free does not include below features. Authentication and scheduled searches/alerting, distributed search, forwarding in TCP/HTTP to non-Splunk, deployment management. 12. What happens if the license master is unreachable? If the license master is not available, the license slave will start a 24-hour timer, after which the search will be blocked on the license slave, though indexing continues. However, users will not be able to search for data in that slave until it can reach the license master again. 13. What is a summary index in Splunk? A summary index is the default Splunk index, the index that Splunk Enterprise uses if we do not indicate another one. If we plan to run a variety of summary index reports, we may need to create additional summary indexes. Learn more about Splunk from this Splunk training in New York to get ahead in your career. 14. What is Splunk DB Connect? Splunk DB Connect is a generic SQL database plugin for Splunk that allows us to easily integrate database information with Splunk queries and reports.